Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Alex's Afternoon Art Show. Today we are continuing the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Mural and we are drawing Magneto, or Magneto if you are that way inclined and wrong. But yeah, this one probably going to be a longer one. Everyone's favorite broken character, Magneto. I anticipate this one being long because we've got a lot of stuff to do in this one and it ain't going to be quick, I can guarantee you that. So without further ado, we'll just roll the intro and get into it. You can also tell I've had a haircut, so I'll just address it and leave it at that. Intro. Now, I'm back. And so yeah, you can see our colors are filling out nicely here. I think regardless, this side is going to look a little bit more stacked for a good while. Well, the next batch of these characters over here will even things out a little bit because we've got quite a few big characters left to do. There are children outside, so you might hear a little bit of that. But the music should obscure it a little bit at least. Yeah, may as well start turning off the characters I don't need. So, yeah, this in theory might be quick. I don't know, but I am anticipating it taking a bit, because yeah, there is quite a bit to be done with. Turn off the other one. There's quite a lot to be done with Magneto. I didn't delete my reference. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I keep doing that, for some reason, not deleting my reference, because I don't need it. Oh yeah, I need to grab my proper black again, because I mean I mentioned this last time, but if you didn't watch the last video you won't know. But I don't actually use pure black whenever I'm doing these. I use a very, very dark red. And basically it's so that whenever gradient maps go on, that it changes the color of the black. So that's more appropriate to whatever is there. But yeah, because yeah, you see, I've decided to have Magneto be in his little bowl here. This foot should be angled down. I don't know why it isn't. Unless when Magneto's flying. Ah, no, I know why I did it, because this foot's down. When Magneto's flying, he usually doesn't have both feet straight down, I think. I'm not sure. I might think about that as I'm going. But just that we can get a clearer view of things, I'll turn all the other characters off, because they don't need to be on. But yeah, this is the thing. Magneto here is very much that 90s Magneto, where he doesn't look that old per se, and he's pretty buff. So there isn't as much work that I have to do on his face, at least. I don't have to make him look that old, because Magneto isn't technically that old because of 90s nonsense that meant he was technically not like 50 years old or something. I don't know how old he is supposed to be. There was some weird 90s nonsense is the only thing I know for sure anyways. Some weird 90s nonsense that meant that he had not aged properly or something or other. So I don't know. I don't understand it. It was Marvel Comics in the 90s. It was the dark times. It was when they were struggling, so this is the thing. They were throwing out all the stops. Now, whenever Magneto is in his little flight ball, usually there is like crackling around it. Now, I don't know how much of that I'm going to do. We'll see. I suppose we'll see whenever we get to that point, because that'll be one of the last things I'm doing. And it usually puts some sort of color. There would normally be like a color filter over him, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to do the purple outline and then do purple lines that crackle in and around like that, so that his colors still remain unchanged, so that I don't have to put a filter on him basically. So he should look fine all in all. It shouldn't change things too much. It should still be he should still have correct colors in theory. But I'll stop wasting time, and I will begin. And yeah, then I'll probably come back after I finish this head, because that's usually what I do these days. I don't normally just blast through. Even though that'd be a lot easier. Ugh, anyways. Okay, I'm just basically chiming in here to break things up, but yeah, I'm getting the feeling that I'm gonna need to turn on a light in here soon enough. I see, the persisting problem of doing these in the winter time is that even though it's not exactly dark right now, the sun is low, and it's not that late in the day. This is considerably earlier than I have been doing these lately. I've been doing the last few of these at like 8 o'clock at night, at which point it is obviously very dark. But now it is rather light outside. I mean, it is still daytime, which is better than usual. But unfortunately, again, dead of winter and all that, sun goes down low. So I do have to kind of just go with the flow here. So I might have to pause it at some point and turn on the light, just for to I suppose just break the illusion a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this arm. Yeah, you may have noticed that at the start here, whenever I drew Magneto's head, I drew the helmet first. That is not what I would normally do. What I would normally do, my recommendation if you're going to draw Magneto, is draw his face first. And then get the shape of the helmet afterwards, because every time you draw his face, it's not exactly going to be the same shape. It's not exactly going to take up the same amount of space. So what is a better idea is to draw the face first, and then you can work with the helmet shape afterwards. You can make these round bits a little bigger, you can make the points a little lower. You can do these things just to conserve space. But anyways, I will continue as I was. Okay, so that is the details done. I had to have a bit of a pause there for a few minutes just so that I could have a look and double check some things with the reference, as simply because this particular area of Magneto here is so visible in this particular drawing that I've done, that I had to check, because in a lot of the official art, and basically any art really, a lot of art for Magneto, this is a lot higher up on his chest. I mean, yeah, but so I had to check basically. I was unsure whether or not this area was also purple. I believe it is. In some stuff it is, some stuff it isn't, but I'm gonna do it purple, just to make my life easier. I am going to make it purple, and that should do. That should be fine, I would say. But yeah, I will prepare my brush and then we will jump right in. Okay, that is our dots done. So it is on to the colors now. And yeah, this is actually going surprisingly quickly, actually. We're not even 2 hours yet, which I'm suspicious of. It makes me feel like I may have made a boo-boo at some point and accidentally stopped and restarted the recording or something. I don't think I did that, but it doesn't feel impossible. It's certainly a thing I could have done. Again, I don't think I did it, but it's certainly a thing I could have done. I wouldn't put it past myself as a thing that I could have possibly done. So there I've got the skin tone, and yeah, I know all my colors. This is the thing. The colors I think will actually be quite quick here because there's only a couple of them. Yeah, he's only got 2 primary colors, and that's pretty much the whole thing. So after I do his skin and his face, it'll all be done. Yeah, shouldn't take too long, in theory. This might be a reasonably short one. Might be in under 2.5 hours. I shouldn't have said that. Under 3 hours, maybe. Maybe. Okay, so I chose to do his bubble now, just to save a little bit of time later, because I mean it's a bit of a final thing, anyways. Yeah, and it's just a line. That's all it is. It's just circle tool. All the rest of that stuff. That's it. That's all there is to it. But yeah, I just decided to do that now. It just saves me a bit of time later on. I don't have to worry about it, and I just kind of get to blitz through it now, and then it's just not something I have to think about in a while. But yeah, Magneto's going to be one of those first few characters who kind of dips out a little bit further on the right side, on the Marvel side. But yeah, something which I think is worth noting. Excuse me. Is that these do take a while to make. For example, I've been doing this since, like, actively recording only 2.5 hours so far, but I have been doing this basically all day. This is basically a little thing that I sit and do for a whole day, more or less. They are time-consuming videos to make, and I do enjoy making them. So it's not too much for me to do, but it is a whole day of work, pretty much. So yeah, I do hope you enjoy them, because they do take a lot of work. It may not come across as such, but it actually takes a lot of effort to make it seem low effort. Which is something you'd know if you watched any of the unlicensed videos. It takes a lot of effort to make those seem as low effort as they are. To maintain the veneer of garbage that we put up for those videos. But yeah, it is a time-consuming process, but I do enjoy it more for the most part. So I hope you do too. And yeah, I will be back whenever I have finished the shading. Okay, so that is our details done. Well, not details, that is our shading done. I do say the wrong thing sometimes, if you hadn't already noticed that fact. But yeah, now it's the light line and then we're done. And we're just nearing 3 hours on the recording. So maybe if the planets align, it might be under 3 hours. Now the last one was under 3 hours as well, but there's a likelihood that this will not. Yeah, anyways, I will continue and then we'll sign off and that'll be us. Okay, that is our light line done, and I think that is us done. I'm just taking a cursory glance here, and I think, yep, we are done. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yep, that is our Magneto done. Let me just go over all this. Yeah, everything's on that should be on. I will turn off the background, and yeah, the bubble is now much more pronounced whenever it's against white, but I don't believe our final background is going to be white, so we'll see what happens later on. Let me turn on all the characters that should be on, and then we shall see how we're looking. Let me find all the rest of the characters. I think that's everyone there. I should be running what? 16 on each side? No. No, 17 on each side, I believe. 17 or 18 on each side. I'll have to count anyways. You got a bit of a sneak peek there. At the next character. Yeah, because next time we're doing Mega Man. May as well say it now. That's all the characters, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, next time is Mega Man, and I will zoom in so that I can take a count. And yeah, as you can see, Magneto fills up that space a little bit more, and the next character after that is a big one. So we're going to be filling out this space reasonably quick. In like the next 3 characters, this space is going to be touching the edge of the screen here, so we're not really going to be able to zoom in much more without losing a lot of characters. So let me take a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 on each side, which leaves us at 36 characters. 36 characters. And yeah, so next time we'll be doing Mega Man. Not bad box art Mega Man. Normal Mega Man, which means our next video should be reasonably short. All things considered, in theory. You never know though. Who knows? Mega Man could end up taking a whole day, like today's one. I have been doing this since 4 o'clock, and it's now 8:30. So yeah, as I said earlier on, this is a full day's project. It's not exactly something which I sit down and bash out in an afternoon, as the title would, imply, and as was the initial intention with this series. But things get out of hand rather quick, and this is one of those instances of where this has been going for quite some time. I've been doing these for a while, so yeah. And I mean, these particular Marvel vs. Capcom ones, this is the 36th one that I've done. So yeah, there's been a lot of these. Yeah, just thinking about it, there has been a lot of them, and we've still got quite a few more to go. We've still got 20 more to do, and then we've also got to do finishing touches. So that will in total probably amount to 57 episodes of this, and we're just over the 3-hour mark on this video. But yeah, I do imagine 56 episodes because 57 episodes because 56 characters, and then I'll probably do another video just finalizing it. If it's so, I'll have to figure out what I intend to do with the background. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what I want to do with that. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired now. I have been doing this literally all day. But yeah, I think I'll sign off and that'll be us. So if you like the video, do what you normally do, whether that be liking it or whatever it is that you would normally do, liking it or not. I'm happy so long as you don't leave a dislike. But yeah, subscribe if you want. Same deal. If you want to subscribe, the button's there. If you don't want to do that, there's no harm. Statistically speaking, most of the people who make it this far in the video, i.e. very few people, are probably already subscribed anyways. But yeah, yeah, if you decide to watch the next video, I will see you next time. So yeah, I believe that is us. I will say goodbye, and and then I will leave you. So yeah, bye bye.